What it is, what it do. Welcome to another episode of T3MU TV. I got a special guest in the building. You know when you see my face, I always got a special guest. I got my big bro, Shiz. What up, bro?
What's good, D?
He was a mentor to me. He found me early, probably when I was like 15 years old, 14. He saw me playing. We was playing a BNBL game, and we didn't have no coaching. He came and saved the day, and from there we've been big bro and little bro, and he's taught me so much. So we here, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna tell us a little bit about his story and what he's been through and all his with the Ballas TV and the Ballas Showcase. So how's it going, man?
Man, it's been really good, man. I've been chilling out a little bit. I haven't really been out on the basketball scene, but I definitely went out last weekend to the New England Hoops Fest.
Okay.
I had a lot of the better teams, Mass Rivals, PSA Cardinals, Wrens, Expressions, Middlesex Magics, BABC. So it's good to kind of be back in it a little bit.
Okay. Did you see some talent that you like?
Man, there's definitely a lot of pros there, man.
Okay. So Matt's doing it up right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We're going to get into this interview. I want to ask you, where did your love for the game come from? Or when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing probably when I was about 6 years old.
Okay.
My brother definitely put the ball in my hand. We had a hoop in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And then growing up, I'm from Mattapan, but, I grew up in Dorchester.
Okay, shout out to Dorchester.
So, I would spend summers, at summer camp at Unity Sports Club, and they had Roberts Park was right next door. So I would just play till the sun went down.
And Unity is your parents run that, right?
Yeah.
So bar?
Yeah, so it's a non-profit organization. We got a bar in there, of course. You know what I mean? We have,
shout out to them for that.
Yeah. We definitely have the fets on the Fridays and Saturday nights. You come out, hang out, and stuff like that. But we do a lot of different things for the community. Like we have senior citizens luncheons for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Different trips and stuff like that.
So, all right.
And then when I was young, we had a summer camp there. Me and all my cousins. Well, once the summer camp was done, we was right to the park all day. So it was till the lights was off. So
that must have been really fun.
Yeah, it was dope. You know what I mean? And from there, I kind of transitioned over to the Lee School. Grew up a Lee School kid. So
shout out to the Lee School, Haywood and them.
Yeah. So after I finished with all of that, and I was, growing back from my love for the game, I went right back to the Lee School, which led me to y'all.
Okay.
So
yes, sir.
Full circle.
Yep. So growing up, did you play in any leagues at the Lee School or period?
Yeah, so I played with the Icemen growing up, and they had stopped for a while. They had just bring it back.
That's an AAU team, or that was out of?
Yeah, it was an AAU team. So before that, we had BNBL. We would go play at the Shelburne, and then the Marshall. We'd go play against the Gallatin community. Against all the different community centers and stuff like that. So that was really dope. We played PAL, Police Athletic League. So we think we went to South Carolina and Florida.
Okay. Yep.
All those different things. So that was really dope. You know what I mean? So most of my forever, but until about 16 for sure.
And that's where you found your love for the game.
For the most part, you know what I'm saying. But that's when it kind of turned a little bit more serious. The high school thing and all that. But,
yeah. So what high school did you go to? I was just about to get into that.
Yeah, so I went to Boston Latin Academy. I started in 7th grade.
Okay, so you was smart. You smart. You know your stuff.
Yeah, man. You definitely. I should have put my head in the books a little bit more, but yeah.
Yeah, facts. We all should have.
Definitely got some smarts up there,
Yep. And did you play for the team?
Yeah, I did. I played varsity as a freshman.
Okay.
And then 8th grade, I played freshman JV and stuff like that up until my junior year.
Okay, so your junior year is when you stopped playing?
Yeah, my junior year is when I stopped.
And you called it a quits, or?
Yeah, at that time, to be honest, I kind of could see whether or not ball was done or not. You know what I'm saying? From the whole scholarship level and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I was a knucklehead too. So you know what I'm saying?
Facts, we all was.
I wasn't really feeling the coach, this and that. One thing led to another, and I was like, F it. You know what I mean? At that time, I was playing AAU basketball, for Metro Boston.
Okay, shout out to Metro.
And my coach New, you know what I mean?
Yep, shout out to Coach New.
I was just I'm just going to focus on kind of the AAU stuff like that. You know
okay. So, did you go to college?
Yeah, so I went to Mass Bay Community College, and I did end up playing that year. I actually didn't want to play because I was just like, I'm kind of done with it. I was transition. I was doing like a clothing line, freshman in college. I was chasing around girls, all that craziness. But then one of my best friends, Terrell Mosey, was like, yo, shit, come play for the team. And I was crazy out of shape. Well, from back then.
Yep.
I was probably 30 pounds.
You looking good now, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? So, probably 30 pounds where I was from high school. I got there, you know what I mean? Barely kind of made the team, but, I stuck with it because we were really good. It was one of the only times where I was just like, yo, this team atmosphere, we could do something. We was ranked number 18 in the country.
You remember some guys on that team?
Yeah, so on that team, I don't know, you would remember. So one of my best friends, Terrell Mosey, went to South Boston.
Shout out to him.
We had two dudes from Texas, John and Kenneth Ben. So
shout out to the Texas boys.
I don't know if you remember Gerald Green, one of the dunks, he played with the Celtics.
Yeah.
Dunk contest. So they were best friends with him. So when he had moved up here with the Celtics, they lived with him.
Oh, so that's crazy.
It was cool. Those are my guys, man. They both from, shout out to H-Town. We go show by Gerald Green and play Halo all night.
Oh, that's crazy.
Stuff like that.
That's what's up, though.
So Big Baby, Glenn, and Tony Allen, all them dudes would come over and chill and stuff like that. So,
that's what's up.
We had a squad. You know what I'm saying? So,
and did y'all win it that year?
So it's actually funny, man. It's I think we could have won it, man. We actually qualified for regionals and the playoffs, but there was this weird rule about technicals.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If you had over a certain amount of technicals, you couldn't, make the postseason.
Yeah.
Stupid shit like that. But,
that is stupid.
We were definitely one of the top 3 teams in the region at that time. Like us, Stig, Springfield, Commonwealth, and I forgot the other name of the team. But, we definitely were doing our thing.
And so y'all didn't get to go to the Nationals?
We didn't get to go to the Nationals. And then the next year, I was just like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. So you was done after that?
I was done after that. For the most part, it was one of the first times I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was just like, yo, the team is dope, and any way I could kind of help, that's what I'm gonna kind of do. You know what I'm saying? So, after that, just kind of went back on life, and then I rolled back around, and I was at the Lee School. Which
okay, yeah. So in college, what did you major in?
So computer science. So I graduated with. I have 2 associates from Mass Bay and then a bachelor's from Framingham State.
Okay.
Computer science.
Okay. So that's why you started into the Ballas TV. You nice with the editing and just filming and.
So I've always been tech savvy.
Okay.
Doing programming and all that stuff like that. So I wasn't doing videos. But, I'm good with the computer, so I know I could.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So how that kind of started, when we had the Ballers, I was with, Tom and Sandy over at their house, and we was chilling.
Yep.
And Coach New.
Yep.
And Tom was on his Mac trying to make this video for Cuckoo, Marcus Benengas Flores.
Yep. Shout out to Cuckoo.
Right, so
Boston legend.
Yeah, definitely a legend. So he was at O'Brien, then he went to Birmingham, Maine. So Cuckoo was really good, man. He played for Expressions. He had a couple scholarships, but most of the scholarships were from schools far away. I think TCU and all that stuff like that. Yep. And he wanted to stay home, wanted to be close to his family, and all the local schools, nobody offered him. So when Tom was doing that, I said, yo, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just kind of figured it out. Went online, looked at some tutorials, and that was the first video I ever did was for Cuckoo, right?
Okay.
It was called Just Call Me Cuckoo. So we put out those highlights and we sent them out to all the schools around it, and then we ended up having 7 Division I coaches come and watch him play at Birmingham, May, right? And that's when I kind of realized that how powerful of a tool this was to help kids get recruited. So Ballas TV's always been about recruiting, number one, right? It's really never really been about mixtapes and all that. That stuff kind of came later. You know what I mean? So from that, those coaches came out. Northeastern was there. They offered him, and he ended up at school at Northeastern.
That's
so
beautiful.
Yo, that's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? I think since then, we've probably helped 40 kids directly.
Shout out to y'all for that.
Get scholarships and end up in school.
That's what's up. Yeah, because I was just about to get into Ballas TV, but before I get into Ballas TV, because that's how I met you. I met you as you was on the side and you became my coach you actually were the first person to teach me like how to like properly work out. You know what I'm saying? Before you, it was like we wasn't working out. We was like just going playing 21, 50, 3-on-3. But, you know, you took us under your wing and was like, yo, I'm going to teach y'all how to play. And you was on us hard. You wasn't soft. You wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So do you consider yourself now a coach still or a trainer?
Yeah, that's funny, man. I don't know if I'm either or, maybe a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I did play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I did know how to work out. You know, I do remember going from being very bad to decent and, you know, having to do those things. And the stuff that I started with my brother, you know, we'd be at the park and stuff like that. So, you know, I just always really try to be a mentor as much as I can and try to show you guys, like, you know, more how to work rather than, you know, what to kind of do. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because, you know, I feel, you know, something that, you know, I learned, like, what will keep you, like, you know, subpar in basketball will follow you through life, right? So if you don't really learn how to, like, you know, work and improve on your own, like, that's going to follow you for kind of forever, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's kind of what, you know, I try to instill in what I try to instill in myself, too. You know?
I mean, as a trainer, you say you consider yourself both. I say you good at both because, you know, I've seen your work from Tayon. You know, whether people know him in the city, Tayon's a very good basketball player. Little Brandon, we was just talking about Little Brandon, very good basketball. Those two good point guards that, you know what I'm saying, that came from you. You know what I'm saying? You was like Little Brandon. Little Brandon would lead us sometimes in the workout. You know what I'm saying? He would be the demonstration to show us because he was working out with you before and he's so good. You know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? For helping us out and being there for us because who knows where our game would be today, you know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody like Bush, you know, who'd you help big time, I think, in our group. You know, I got help big time, Trey got help big time, Bush got help big time, Shaq got help big time. You turned Shaq from a corner 3-point specialist to a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So, and you turn
proud of that kid, man.
yeah, definitely, bro. And then you turn Bush into a two-way player, you know what I'm saying? Where he's playing point guard and he's somebody a coach would need if he's locked in. You know what I'm saying? Which you tried to unlock that box. Sometime you would get there, but you know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you for that, definitely. And, you know, getting into the Ballas TV, like you basically said it when you did the video for Cuckoo. That's what made you. My next question was, what made you want to start filming and doing like mixtapes?
Yeah, so there was two parts. There was a recruit and helping kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like after Cuckoo, we did like this all-star game. I don't know if you remember this kid, Tyler Strange. He was at Notre Dame Prep at that time. He reached out to me. He's like, yo, like I don't got no office. And he was nice, man.
Yeah.
He was like 5'9", white point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, could you do something for me? And I did something quick for him. He sent it out to coach. And then he ended up getting a scholarship to Gardner Webb. But as I started getting like close to these really good basketball players, I started to realize that like I needed to inspire some of the other kids with the mixtapes.
Yep.
Right? Because that's kind of how I grew up. You know what I mean? With N1 mixtape.
Yep. Hot Sauce and all them.
Rafe Alston.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when those N1 mixtapes, those, you know, especially number one, when that first came out, man, we would go crazy to that. Like, every move in there we would be working on. Like, you know, a lot of my game and a lot of my close friends' games would have never, like, materialized if it wasn't for that. So they basically were our mentors, even though we never knew them, right?
Yep. You know, I know what you mean.
Once we would try to work on the move, and if, you know, we did it in the park and it didn't work, we go right back to the tape and, like, what's going on? So that's what I try to do. So with, like, mixtapes, like, I think one of the most powerful ones I did was for Ricardo Lito.
Okay. He was tough.
Ricky, that mixtape inspired so many different kids that, like, I know for a fact that there's kids who are Division I players who would have never been Division I players if it wasn't for Ricky, because he kind of showed, especially taller kids, that they could handle the ball and do stuff. It's like, it was crazy, you know. I don't remember if you remember Gucci, David Watt. Like,
David. Shout out to Gucci.
David, he would tell you, like, yo, he goes, I go to sleep watching that. You know what I'm saying? It would kind of inspire, you know what I mean, kids or whatever. So it was the same thing with me. So I started going around. We go to, like, Brewster Academy and see those guys. And the guys that I thought were really good, you know, I made mixtapes really, like, you know, powerful, like, entertaining mixtapes so that kids would see it and they would do the same thing I did when I watched And1 mixtape.
Facts.
They would just try to emulate as much as they could with
try to mimic it as best as possible. All right, so you answered my question with who was your first mixtape, which was Cuckoo.
Yeah.
And then how was the editing process?
So I used iMovie. Actually, I still use iMovie.
Really?
To this day, yeah.
No Final Cut, no Premium Pro.
So you want to know what? Like, you can do a lot more with Final Cut and all the rest of those things.
Yep.
But I wanted it to be simple. For two reasons. I didn't want it to look too gimmicky. Right?
Okay.
Like I think, and the young kids now kind of got their own style, but I really wanted it to be like basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want it to be like this one little clip and then the next clip and then you making people look like they not really what they are.
Yep.
But I did want it to be like basketball. You can see how plays develop, you know what I'm saying? How a dude shifts one way to the next way, you know what I'm saying? So you can do it a lot with iMovie, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted it to be something that's replicatable for kids so they can make their own mixtapes, right?
Yep.
Like Final Cut comes with a barrier of entrance because it was so expensive.
Yep.
Every MacBook got iMovie on it, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Everything. Your iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. And I use my iPhone now to go cut videos and stuff
really?
like that too, you know what I mean? So like I think I wanted it to be, replicatable. So that's why I never really got into all the rest of the stuff. But it's dope. And a lot of the young guys use that stuff now. And, shout out to them.
Yep. So you wouldn't say it really was stressful. You enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, man, because like I could take my strength, which was in technology, right?
Yep.
And I could take my love, which is basketball, and put it together. And I think that's one of the reasons why, Ballas TV did so well is because you usually don't have people who have both. You got guys who either do videography and you have guys who do basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm
That's
one
true.
of the few guys that actually knows the game enough, and the video enough to know how to make somebody look good.
Yep,
you know what I mean? Or to know what a coach is looking for in a player.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or,
You come in with the real film.
Yeah.
You're not trying to sugarcoat it.
Exactly. A lot of video, I'm not a football guy doing basketball videos. I'm not, a lacrosse guy. I'm a basketball
You're a basketball player.
Doing exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's what kind of made it kind of unique,
Yep. So what mixtape made Ballas TV go viral?
I think it's the Ricardo Lito ones, man.
Okay.
Ricardo Lito, and then we had a couple at Brewster. So Ricky was definitely. So Ricky Lito, he definitely had some.
Yep.
Trey Jefferson.
Okay, shout out to them. Killers.
Tremont Waters.
Definitely a killer. Shout out to Tremont Waters.
Adams.
Yep. Shout out to Jalen.
All the Brewster guys, Jakar Sampson, Samaj Christian.
Ooh, yeah. You bringing it back, bro.
And then, of course, the BABC, the young boys, can't forget it, Wayne Selden.
Yep, you had him tearing it up on there.
Nerlens Noel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to both of them.
All the young boys. Good luck, everybody. I don't want to forget nobody. Jalen Brantley, Renee.
Yeah.
Those Caleb Joseph. So the 2012 to like 2014, all those guys.
Yeah.
Went crazy. And we did like some mixed stuff, some different stuff from events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got some guys out of town that I became really close with. Like my young boy from New York, Unique McLean.
Okay, shout out to Unique.
Young boy, little brother, and then you can't forget Scooch.
Scooch, bro.
Smith. Scoochie was.
That's when he was at Dayton, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that was another thing. He was another dude who inspired. He was so tough, and nobody really knew about him at that time.
Had so much sauce.
You know what I mean? Like, he was under recruited like hell, so kind of helped with his recruitment. But selfishly, when I got people to watch him, they was like, "Yo, I want to be like Scooch." You know what I'm saying? Like, he was right after Ricky. I think he's probably the next one. Everybody's like, I need to be like that.
Scooch, yeah,
you know
Ricky did shut it down.
Yeah, Ricky, the truth.
What's your favorite Ballas TV video or mixtape?
It might be the Trey Jefferson. See, between Trey Jefferson and Ricky Lito.
Mm-hmm.
I think those ones I put my foot in for sure. I think they got the best beats.
Yeah.
Behind it when the
you used to kill it with the beats, bro. Yeah. You used to kill it with the beats, bro. I remember one time, I think you made it was a video for Caleb, bro. I don't know what you played. He was like dribbling.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, bro.
still. I think I was casual.
That would get me going before the gym, like for real, like.
And that's exactly what I wanted, man. People see that and be like, yo, I need to go work.
Yo, bro, it was it. It was it for me. Like I felt like I was doing everything in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I was getting to. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was faster than what I really was.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I was there too, man.
Did you get any like offers from like anybody like for editing jobs, like maybe like another big company?
Yeah, so I did a lot of editing for pretty much everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did like summer camps at like Hoop Mountain where we go make mixtapes for people and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, all the different AAU programs, different
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, events from like Hoop Hall and all the rest of this stuff, you know, and I'm not sure if it was a mistake, but I never really wanted to monetize Ballas TV too much. And I think now looking back at it, I could have.
Yeah.
Probably left a big check on there. But but again, it really was to inspire the next wave of hoopers.
Yeah.
You know
Okay. Yep.
So like, you know,
And I think you did that, man.
Yeah, I think we try to stay true to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, hindsight being 2020, I'll probably go back and make a couple dollars. You know?
Facts.
Not, you know what I mean? But
I thought. Listen, I thought you was. I'm like, damn. I didn't think like, cause I was like maybe like 17, 16 at the time. So I'm like, yeah, he's making YouTube videos. But like now that I see what could happen from that, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I mean, we monetize YouTube a little bit. And you make it wasn't nothing crazy, a couple dollars here and there. But it was break even at the best, because you traveling places, getting hotel rooms, and all the rest.
All of that's gonna eat it up.
You know what I mean?
So was there any was your DMs full with people asking for mixtapes? Was it crazy with parents and kids, or which one was it more? Was it more parents or was it more kids saying you like, yo, I need a mixtape, I need a mixtape?
Yo, honestly, there was a little bit, but it really wasn't that crazy because I think, at least when I started, it was all the top players. So like, kids who weren't that good kind of knew not to ask because they knew it was something, whatever. So like, as I started getting around, some of the more better, the better players in the area and stuff like that, they'd be like, yo, shiz, damn, I ain't never got, a Ballas TV mixtape.
Yeah.
This stuff
like
that.
Let me get that.
And I still got some, tucked back.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And then, real shout out real quick to my little cousin Terrence Clark, man.
Rest in peace to Terrence Clark.
He would always he'd be like, yo, shiz, I never got a Ballas TV mixtape, right?
Yeah.
And I never made one to him too because at that time we all knew he was gonna be the truth too. You know what I'm saying? But like,
for real,
something I did have to struggle with as I got older was not gassing kids' heads up too much, or putting too much of a target on them. Like, I'll give you a real quick story. Like, when I was doing the Rivals Nation video, the series, that series would have been incredible. Like, I think I could have sold that or whatever. And I stopped because we had went to, I think, Dallas, and the players from the other team knew who the kids were, and they went at them so hard. I was like, damn, like, I put a target on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even know if those kids are really ready for all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to put too much pressure on them. So, like, I struggle with that a little bit, too. Some kids are just special. Like, Ricky
Lito.
It don't matter. You know what I mean? But some of the other kids, it was kind of like a lot of pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was wondering why you stopped those series, bro.
Yeah, man.
Especially, like, because you was going to get into Jalen a little bit more, too. Yeah. So when you was doing Caleb, I'm like, yo, I can't wait till he get to Jalen because Caleb's one was really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go back and watch that now, and that's a classic. You know what I'm saying? So
people don't know the struggle that kid went through. You know
facts.
He's achieved and overachieved in my book, man. He's a great kid.
Facts. I watch a little bit of his YouTube page now that he's that he's pro and stuff like that. And yo, he got some good stuff on that page. I didn't really think he was like deep like that. So I was like, yo, I can't wait to get him on here one day. And we chop it up and talk about his story.
Man, we can make that work.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna need you for that.
Yeah, we'll make it shake for sure.
So why did you stop making mixtapes?
Yeah, man, it's been like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So like, the politics in the game was crazy too, right? Like, I did get some stuff back and forth, right? Like, kids like, yo, you only make mixtapes for BBC kids.
Yeah.
Yo, you only make mixtapes for this, and then like the adults were getting into it too. The AAU guys, I won't get too much into that, man. But like, like it was a couple times I had to check myself. Like I felt like putting my hands on dude.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was never that.
They didn't see the beauty of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It was more for what they wanted out of it for themselves.
It was just a bunch of hate, right? Because I wasn't really doing it, for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, at that same time I was still coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went from the Ballers. We took the kids to Expressions, so I was, naturally I'm around Expressions kids, so everybody else is hating, and then we moved from Expressions, we moved to the Rivals.
Yep.
And so naturally I'm more around Rivals kids, so everybody's kind of like, whatever, what I'm saying? It became like, this crazy type of competition type thing, you know what I'm saying? So I did a lot with it. We did a couple tournaments and showcases, get into it and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about, kind of like renewing. I didn't do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I think I inspired the next group of videographers. But
yes, you definitely did.
I didn't take them under my wing to say, yo, do this as Ballas TV. I always told them to do their own thing, which just shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we could have really did something special in New England if we would have just all got on the same team.
Yeah, you could have had it on Smash.
Doing, there's 1,000 different little things, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So if we were all together, we could have done really well for all the kids in the area, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Really made this big, like, other groups like Overtime did.
Yep.
They killed it, you know what I'm saying? But they looked at it as a business that I never did, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. But
Facts. And it's crazy because, like, before we get in the Baller Showcase, I was like, if you let me tell it, like, I always be like, I knew Shiz was making Ballas TV. Like, I knew Shiz. Like, when he was driving me around in his car, he told me, if I don't take this game serious, he's going to be done with me. He's going to start recording. See, you know what I'm saying? Going around the city. But the way you telling it to me now, it sounds like a little different. Like, you been had it in plan. You know what I'm saying? You been had it in plan. But for me, when I'm telling the story, I made it like you did it that day or that week. You know what I'm saying? You decided, but you was just giving us a little small note to let us know because, you definitely brought me to my first AAU team, playing with Middlesex. You know what I'm saying? We was there for the tryouts, even though it was like a everybody hates Chris moment. You had to be there to get this. But, like, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for that, for real. But will Ballas TV make a comeback?
Yeah, I think so. I think it might look a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got some things planned on it. I definitely want to stay true to the roots and help with recruiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do things in my own way. I ain't like everybody else. I'm a little bit crazy with it. But, like, Ballas TV will definitely make a return in some type of way. Well, let me not even say Ballas. Like, Sherwyn Cooper will make a return.
Okay. So, sure, you hear it here. Sherwyn gonna make a comeback. Hey, y'all get ready, man. Make sure y'all kids is in the gym working out, man. So y'all can get that mixtape. But then you moved on and you did Ballas TV Showcase.
Yeah.
When did that start?
I can't actually remember the year.
Was it 2016?
I'll tell you. I think my first one, Jalen Adams, was there. He graduated in 2015. I think that was his senior. So it was either 2014 or 2015.
Okay.
I think 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That summer, I think he was going in to be a senior. So, Ballas TV Breakout Showcase. I had started building relationships with a lot of the top players. You know what I'm saying? And we would go to other events, and just honestly, they were boring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I took all those kids. I think I had Gio Baker, Wabisa Beatty, Jalen Adams, Jermaine
shout out to all of them.
Just played
Villanova. Was in the Final Four.
Yeah, I don't even want to forget everybody's name, but I have a picture too.
AJ Reeves was there.
AJ definitely was, but AJ was a baby back
then.
So nobody
So.
really whatever, So it was like, I think from that camp, out of the there was 24 All-Stars. I think every one of them played scholarship basketball except for like 3 kids.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
One kid that played Division III was like National Player of the Year or something crazy like that.
He was nasty. Like, he's like that. Don't walk up on him like that.
Exactly. So I think we were one of the first. There was some other people like Scout Focus had a camera on every court, right? Recording games, and I think we were able to make it very competitive because I personally picked out all the teams.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, yo, I know this is a Division One guard, so you go on this team or whatever. Like I didn't let everybody team that was even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every game
It was heads on.
It was heads on. It was fun. We had music,
Yep.
speakers, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
we definitely were one of the first in the area to kind of do that. So if you wanted to buy a mixtape after, you know, so you could help with your recruitment or just, you know, have something to look at.
Yeah.
You know, you do that. You know what I mean? Because one of the things, too, that I realized that it wasn't all about recruiting because, you know, when you look back on your career, you're going to want to see yourself making a layup or have a picture. I don't have a video of me making a layup. I really don't have much pictures except for really young at the lead school. You know what I'm saying? So like, to be able to show your kids that later and stuff like that, like, it meant a lot. So I did it a lot for a lot of kids who were good ball players, at least high school players, but they weren't going to play in college at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but, you know, thank God they're going to have that kind of forever. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was one of it's a memento. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. We did a dunk contest. The dunk contest was crazy.
Yep. Who won it?
I think the first year. I think there's a Jojo Seneskar. I think he was one of them. We had Nate Hobbs. We had Tyon Malone 1 year and won it. Yeah, I think those.
You didn't have no 3-point.
Nah, we didn't have a 3-point, but we had an All-Star game after, which was crazy too. And then what was the good part about it is we had these really elite players, but we also had the regular local high school kids who never got to see a Jalen Adams. So imagine you just regular, you know, a regular. You
were all Scholastic and BPS.
Yeah, and BPS or you know anywhere, you know, Cambridge, whatever. And then all of a sudden you see what Jalen Adams looks like. Like you on the court with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I never really got that. I got to see some of the guys that I looked up to with, you know, some of the kids in my own age group I played with, but like to really have those guys on the court, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You watching mixtapes of a Unique McLean doing these crazy
moves.
Then all of a sudden you throwing them alley-oops. You know what I'm saying?
That's different, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That inspires you to maybe, you know, be more great. You know what I'm saying? Puts a more battery in your back to say, yo, I'm going to.
We had the parents, and you could see the look on the parents' faces. They were like, oh my God, this is a man. They were having so much fun. And, you know, they came after and thanked me like, yo, thank you. So this is the best showcase we've ever been to and stuff like that. So
shout out to you for that.
You know, we sold out every year. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And y'all did it for how many years?
I think 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So every year was like, you know, something crazy. You know, it was just like.
And it didn't stop because of COVID?
Nah, man, I just, again, it was another thing, like, you know, we made a couple dollars. Well, it wasn't really that much. We made enough that after I could take everybody that helped me, you know, I had a lot of y'all come and help me. We'd go to, like, P.F. Chang's or something like that.
Get some good eats.
Buy some food, and then maybe I buy an extra camera or two, you know?
Yep.
And that was kind of it. It really wasn't, you know, something to make a lot of money, which I could have, again, but, like, you know, at that time, I guess, you know, I was a little bit young, and I was just like, you know, I just want to do something dope for, you know, the kids.
Yeah, and you did record that. I forgot to ask you this in Ballas TV. You recorded that when Jalen hit that shot when he played with Cushion.
Yeah.
Talk like real quick though. Talk about his I wouldn't say luck, but when I used to watch it, I was like, bro, does he have an angel over him or something?
It's not luck, because if you remember, he did the same thing when he was at UConn.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he hit that 3-quarter shot. Jalen is one of the most amazing, most
shouts out to Jalen, man.
Players that I've ever been around. Right?
Yeah,
his natural talent level is on a whole different whatever. When he let that shot go at Cushion, I was like, oh, I made sure I didn't miss it. I go, this is going in.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you can't let him even get a shot off. It was so crazy.
He's super clutch.
I ran off to the court. I lost my shoe. It was on the baseline to make sure that I got the moment. Like, I was like, we not going to get nothing.
You can't miss that.
You know what I'm saying? The kid is beyond special. So.
And you've recorded some of him in Caleb's games. Like, so, like, I ain't gonna lie, for prep school, for me watching them, they're probably, like, one of my favorite duos. Because I got to key in on them, you know what I'm saying? And they are, like...
Selfishly, I wish, you know, they were different years. I wish Caleb and Jalen were the same year and they went to school together.
Me too.
Because they complement each other so well.
They do.
I still think, you know, Caleb had a pretty good career and, you know, Jalen had a good career. But I think those two guards together, they just mesh really well.
They
You know
do.
what I'm saying? So,
They cause havoc. Like if them
and
two
they're
are on the court,
exciting as hell, and they loved each other too.
yeah, they did. They did. They really like rock with each other. So you could see the chemistry really.
Mm-hmm.
It was there already.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, did you have college coaches at the Baller Showcase?
No, we didn't, because you're not allowed to have college coaches because of the scholastic rules. It's not part of live period.
Oh
And
man.
then you had to do like you had to like sign up for a live period thing, and then like that was more businessy. So when we try to get into that, you had these dudes, they try to squeeze you out because they in it for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which I probably should have been too, but we did. What we realized is that the video was how we were going to get to the coaches, right? So we did upload the full games.
Okay.
Right? So coaches would ask about, a player or two, stuff like that. And I'd be like, yo, here's the full game. So we had a bunch of people who got scholarships. So we did the tournament too. And I remember we did the actual high schools at UMass Boston, not just the showcase. And that helped a lot of kids. There's a kid, most people won't remember, it's about 6'2" Asian kid, Joshua Hyung. And he ended up getting a Division II scholarship.
Where did he play at?
He played at the Huzak School with Unique McLean. And,
okay.
I think Marcel Petway was there at that time and stuff like that. So,
okay.
Guys like that, and I'm sure you don't even know.
Yeah, I'm like.
But he got a mixtape on there, and I'll show you that and stuff like that. But like, there's so many guys like that like, that stuff helped. That when I think back on it, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget about it. There's sometimes I made mixtapes for guys from the showcase, and then I'll go look them up, and I'll be like, yo, this kid's playing at UCLA as a walk-on. Yeah, he don't get no minutes, but he made the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's big.
That is big.
You know what I mean? So, like,
only fans would take that. People watching would be like, oh, he's not that good. Like, okay, you check up with him.
For sure.
You check up with him. You know what I'm saying? When we used to talk to you a lot, you used to tell us check up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Back when I could still move around a little bit. Man.
No, people don't know. He taught me to double cross, man. That's why I got some of y'all. This from this man right here. But was it a lot of work putting it together?
It was, but it was fun, so it didn't feel like work. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of times I've been up to 4 or 5 in the morning, making tapes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I was like, it was dope, and it was like, to see the smiles on kids' faces, or like people comment, "Oh my God," you know what I'm saying? Like, or people go up to some of the players, like go up to Ricky, be like, "Y'all watched your mixtape," and like I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was amazing. It was inspiring. You know
Facts. Okay, and how many? You don't remember how many kids went D1, do you?
From the event?
Yes.
I would say at least 15.
That's very good.
From that 1 year, but from all 3-4 years, Division I kids that we had at the event, at least 40.
That's tough.
At least 40.
Shouts out to you for that, and whoever was in there working with you.
Yeah, we had a lot of kids in there, man.
And shout out to all the players that came through there and showed some love and showed up. Showcase their skills. So which one do you like better, doing mixtapes or the showcase?
Ooh. The showcases were hectic, man. There's so much work going in and behind closed doors, so I couldn't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Yeah. I'm
pretty sure you had to bounce around and be like everywhere.
Yeah, man, making sure registration. At the time I had my girl doing registration, and she'd come ask me, yo, what's this and that? Oh, did you call the pizza guy? We ran out of pizza, and I'm trying to do that. Oh, where's the jerseys? What number does this have? Do we have any more larges? You know what I'm saying? Where the refs at? No refs ain't come? Like, you know what I mean? So that was super hectic, man. Like,
And everything turns into go talk to Sherwyn or shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I could sit there with a camera and then watch whatever, but I'm running around trying to make sure everything is okay. If there's any upset parents, which I didn't have, but I did have to talk to a lot of them. And they trying to figure out how to buy mixtapes and all that stuff. So it was hectic. You know what I'm saying?
And you like to be like, you started a wave in a way. You could say that you could say you started, or you was the first one to do it, because now when you go to tournaments or you're at games, kids are like this.
I went to there was like at least 30 people all over the place, and I was like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they directly came from me, maybe not, but like, It's nuts now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah.
Everybody's pulling, like, used to, I ain't gonna lie, when I was 15, 16 years old, you pull out your phone trying to record.
Yeah.
Dudes is like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now you seeing the highlights on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So you started a wave, bro. You should be proud. You know what I'm saying? The Ballas TV, the Ballas Showcase. That's a great job you did.
I appreciate it.
You already. So are we gonna get another showcase? Gotta be 2 for 2. We gonna get another Ballas TV mixtapes.
So the last showcase I did was 2 years ago. I did the Unseen Gems. So that's,
I like. Yep. I seen that.
You know, we had a lot of people complaining about the kids in the city, and like, you know, people forget about them, and rightfully so.
Yep.
Because, you know, I started doing prep school kids and all this stuff like that, but there are some kids in the city too that need a little bit of love and, you know, all that stuff like that, especially with COVID. So I said, you know, forget it, I'm gonna do it, right? So I went and got the best kids from the city, put them all together, and we did a showcase. It was outside. You know, I bring in Adam Finkelstein, who's a national ESPN.
Shout out to him for that.
Also runs the New England Recruiting Report.
Shout out to New England Recruiting Report. I know them.
From New York. And we actually had, I think, I believe 11 or 13 Division III coaches actually at the event. Damn. And I don't think people understand, because when people hear Division III, they're like, whatever, everybody gets recruited Division III. No, it's not true. Right? Yeah. And out of all those players, like, I think only one of those players was actually actively being recruited by Division III before that event. Right? Like, this was the first time that they had coaches of any time
in front of them. You know
what I'm saying? I never had that.
Nah, me neither.
You know, so, and then we also recorded it too. So we had 2 kids actually get their first Division I scholarships from the event. From Siena. So Ramsey,
I think I seen that.
And Kamari James. You know,
shout out to both of them.
Ramsey's in the 9th grade right now. He won MVP of the city. But before that, people didn't know it. He was playing JV until like the end of the year. You know, so we had to kind of find those type of players that have the chance to play at the next level.
And you had that kid that went to English that was triple-double and scoring 40.
Yeah, Makai Diedrich. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you.
One of the toughest players ever from the city, man. He broke all type of records, you know what I'm saying?
He's different.
So, like, to have all those kids at one place, it made it easy for the coaches. The coaches loved it because it's like, yo, we don't really get to recruit the city, but they ain't going to go watch 20 different games. It made it easy for the scout, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I really want to get to watch these kids. Now they're all in one place, you know?
Yeah. I had a young in there, too, Juan. I don't know if you remember Juan. Sniper.
Yeah, tough.
Sniper. Very good.
Tough.
Yeah. So, what's Shiz up to now?
Shiz is working, man. You know, Shiz is a computer programmer. So
okay.
I'm doing that.
Working on making your own app or something?
Yeah, well, that's gonna tie back into when I make a little bit of a comeback. We're gonna see. You know,
Okay.
Got something coming out. Yeah, that's it, man. You know, getting older.
Yep.
Like, you know, I love my little brothers. I spent time with them and stuff like that.
We love you too, bro.
But you know, it's time for me to have my own little ones running out there.
Yeah, facts. I feel you.
Definitely that. But I'm definitely gonna make a comeback.
We need you back, man.
Definitely gonna do it. You know, I think that we can do this really big. That I could provide a lot of different opportunities. You know, for jobs and all that rest of stuff. Right? Like I see y'all doing your thing right here.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Y'all could have been doing, you know, some Ballas TV stuff, even though
definitely
y'all doing your own thing.
Yep. If you need me, call me. I'll be there.
No doubt.
So you know that.
We want to keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to focus a lot more on the inner city kids.
Okay.
You know,
like more Boston Public.
More Boston Public. Like I was telling you, you know, I just had, you know, the kid Curvins Lee.
Yep. Shout out to him.
7 kid. I just brought him out. Like I brought y'all.
Yep. To Middlesex.
Right. You know.
Karate got a steal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even really knows who the kind of kid is. So, you know, you're trying to give, you know, those kids who don't really got a shot, you know, a little bit of a chance. You know?
Facts.
So, definitely going to keep my roots in that, but, you know, keep it growing at the same time.
Okay. So, who's some of your favorite players in the city right now? You can give me 3 or 5 if you want to.
So, my favorite players in the city right now. So Curvins Lee is one of them.
You had to put him up there.
Yusuf.
Yep, Yusuf's tough.
Rochester. They got another kid at Tech too. And
Elijah.
light skinned kid with the braids.
Elijah. Elijah, shout out to the little bro.
Yeah, I just watched him this weekend.
Mm-hmm. I coached him at AAU for like a little team we had. We had him like his freshman year, sophomore.
Yeah, he's another kid that like, and he still ended up a good player. But if somebody would have really grabbed
worked with him. He was raw because like he started playing, but he just picked up like going to the Y and playing basketball.
Exactly, and I feel like that's what's like, not to go on the side, that's what's being missed out now with the elite basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these elite teams, and nobody's really cultivating talent locally. Everybody's just kind of like stealing already made talent. And it's really hurting the city kids.
It is.
You know what I mean? Because nobody really wants to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just take a little bit more water in. You know,
because after you leave in our city, after you leave T Rich, in the YMCA league, that's it. That's it for you.
That's it.
That's it for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to fend for yourself. Find a coach that's gonna believe in you and push you. And you know what I'm saying? Hope you see your goals that you want. You know what I'm saying? That you want to exceed.
Sure. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of those dudes, behind closed doors, really doing enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely want to, push that out there. Hopefully more of these dudes, especially dudes who are good, come back and do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was a bum, and I came back out. But it's time for some dudes who really was about that to come back and do whatever. You know what I mean? If I was able to do so much, these dudes could do a lot more. You know what I mean? Instead of, I get into it all the time. Instead of complaining about why ain't no kids from the city good,
Facts.
And stuff like that. It's like, well, y'all not
working them out.
You're not giving back. Circle life's not there. You know what I'm saying? You're not at the Y. Playing pickup with them no more.
Yeah, bro, that's really missing, bro. The grown dude, because we used to have that all the time, bro. Yeah, I need to get back in the gym. Come hoop with the youngins, man. Give them some game.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But Shiz, we appreciate you for coming through the T3MU TV, from your history with Ballas TV, and then with the showcase. You're a legend in the city, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. And we probably have you back up here when we get real up. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the love. Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
Proud of y'all, man.
Appreciate it. Hey, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man, and comment below. Leave some comments. Let me know how I'm doing.